Whether you see fishing as a hobby, a sport, or something you'd never see yourself doing, the adrenaline of catching a fish is undeniable. Standing at the edge of the water, quiet and still, it's hard to not go into a meditative state. I've been fishing since I was old enough to stand on my own. It's how my father and I spent a lot of our time together before he passed away in 2005 when I was just 3 years old. Needless to say, fishing has a special place in my heart. Today, I'll be demonstrating one of the simplest techniques that makes catching a fish possible for anglers of any skill level. So let's start with gear. The supplies you need varies depending on where you're fishing and what you're fishing for. Today, my demonstration will be on catching a largemouth bass in a small freshwater pond. Your supplies should include a fishing pole with a reel and line, hooks, and Senkos. Now, Senkos are a soft plastic worm that have taken the fishing industry by storm. They are described on bassresource.com as one of the best-selling and most effective lures on the market. The simple stick-shaped bait was modeled after a Bic pen and designed to be fished weightless, allowing it to shimmy and fall because it was poured with a high salt content that helps it sink faster. Now that you know what you need, you should know how to use it. Fishing poles can be equipped with two different kinds of reels, a bait caster and a spinning reel. Which reel you use really depends just on personal preference. To cast a bait caster, you simply press the button, draw the pole back, and release the button as you cast forward. To cast a spinning reel, which is my personal preference, you twist the reel so you're able to hold the line with your index finger. You want to maintain some pressure, open your bail, draw the pole back, and then release the tension from the line as you cast forward. But before you cast, you need to attach your lure. Attaching the Senko to the hook can be done in many different ways. To keep things simple, I'm going to demonstrate the Wacky Rig. It's one of the most popular and by far my favorite ways to rig up the lure. So what you want to do is simply find the middle of the Senko. I like to fold it in half. Then you take your hook and you put it through the middle of the worm, and that's it. So when you cast it into the water, it will slowly sink to the bottom, and any jerking motion of your pole will cause the worm to wiggle. Hence the name Wacky Rig. But before you get out on the water, you should understand some habits of largemouth bass so you can be successful in catching one. In our area, largemouth bass are easiest to catch in the spring and in the fall. They move to shallow waters and they feed aggressively in the spring while they spawn, and in the fall to prepare for winter. Time of day matters too. Early mornings and late afternoons and evenings will produce the best results due to cooler water temperatures. Largemouth bass are cold-blooded, so their activity is strongly influenced by water temperature. The ideal temps which bass feed are around 60 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, all that's left for you to do is get outside. According to psychreg.org, research has shown that spending time in nature has profound effects on mental health. The sights, sounds, and smells of a natural setting can lower cortisol levels, the hormone responsible for stress. When you combine this with the physical activity involved in fishing, such as rowing a boat, walking along a riverside, or even just standing while casting a line, you're getting a full body experience that promotes both physical and mental well-being. Now that you know what gear you need to go fishing and how to use it successfully to catch a fish, I strongly urge you to go out and give fishing a try. You may just develop a new hobby, and even if you don't, that's okay. Any time spent in nature is time well spent. Thank you.